Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bellevue College XR Lab podcast. My name is John Thaler. I'll be running the technology for today, and I'm super excited because I've got the student government of Bellevue College here with us. First, I would like to introduce.
Hello, everybody. My name is Daniel Ngoy. I'm the current president of the Associated Student Government of Bellevue College. So I oversee the operation, budget, and leadership of the association, which is a 1.5 million organization.
Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Yu. You can call me Monu. I'm your Director of Sustainability and Civic Engagement. So basically, everything legislative affairs.
Wonderful. So I'm super excited to have you both on our small podcast today. And so to open this up, I wanted to start by asking Daniel, what is the message this year that you want to give to the students at Bellevue College?
Awesome. Thank you very much. So this year, we would really like us as student government to be very in touch with our student body because we are the representatives, we are the voice of the students, and we are the bridge between students and administration. And we cannot effectively represent people that we are not constantly in contact with. So our goal this year is to be more in touch with students, to hear what students want to see being done. We don't want to just represent what we think is good and what we think is best for the students, but we actually want to hear from students. So we would like to foster more engagement and more contact between the student government and the students. We've actually been going to several classes and talking to students about ASG, what we do, what is our vision for this year. One of the great things that I will speak about is that we're very happy to announce that we have set up a committee that is called the Voluntary Student Fee Committee that oversees all voluntary student fees. So basically what this means is that there are certain fees that have been implemented in the past which were very important at the time, but right now are not as important anymore. So they either need to be lowered, need to be taken out, or I don't think any of them need to be increased. So we're actually trying to take out any financial burden on students. And one of the big ones, which we are talking about in this committee, has to do with the parking fee. And I know that this is very interesting to many students. So be rest assured that the student government is working for you, but we would like to work with you too. So please visit us. Our office is in the C building in the student union, C225. So come at any time of the day and you will have an officer ready to hear from you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I know I care a lot about the parking fees, but Monu, do you have anything that you'd like to add to our message to our overall message to the students?
Yeah, of course. One thing that we're working on right now is developing a legislative agenda that will be proposed and enacted, hopefully, of course, during the legislative session, which would be start of winter quarter. And basically, what that is working with our government officials and promoting and advocating the stories of students. So, whatever is important for students. For some people that come from like untraditional educational backgrounds, like maybe they have dependents or maybe they're a caretaker of someone. We want to provide more support for students with children or international students through enacting some sort of international student payment plan. Of course, like Daniel mentioned before, the parking is very essential for students, and we know and understand that that is such a concern for students and has been for a really long time. So all of these issues, all of these stories are really, really important to us as the Associated Student Government of Bellevue College, and we hear you. So we really want to encourage you guys to come to our office and give us some of your own proposals and some of your own ideas about what you think is important to you, and then we will push that for you, and we will talk to government officials, anybody that has the power to change it, and we will be that liaison for you to represent you. So I highly encourage you guys again to stop by and share your thoughts so we can develop a legislative agenda that truly represents our college.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
I mean, that sounds like you're absolutely trying to be more in touch with the student body, and I think that's a message that all of the students at Bellevue College need to hear. Now, I actually have a question for both of you here. Here at the XR Lab, we specialize in where technology meets education. And so I want to know, what is the student government's thoughts on where technology meets the educational experience at Bellevue College?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, actually. There are some things that we have been actually thinking about already. I think Manu is going to speak a lot more about it, but then there is actually an idea that I had, which I tried to actually push with the student government, is that people had been talking about how there weren't enough advisors present on campus currently, and sometimes to actually find an advisor. I personally, as a student, have had sometimes a really hard time finding an advisor available during a date, and sometimes I need to meet a hard deadline. So my idea was to actually have maybe like an AI advisor, which could like give advice on like pretty basic stuff.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
baseline answers
yeah.
that before it would be escalated to
Yeah, of
someone that
course. So that at
yeah.
least sometimes you need an advisor, not to actually get too much deep into detail, but you just want like some basic
Mhm.
answers, quick answers. So I know that there's like the drop-in advising, but then I think having AI doing some of that work could actually help with like
Mhm.
where.
The response
Yeah,
time.
of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Manu, what about you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, just adding on to Daniel's great point. Sometimes when we are seeking advisor, like we just want one or two questions answered, right? And I can provide a little bit of the legislative background about an initiative that has been pushed and went through, which would be the OtterBot, is an AI advisor to help with financial aid questions or any other broad questions that you might not need to reach out to, I guess, an in-person advisor for, because sometimes that can take a long time to schedule, right? So basically, that is something that they've been piloting for a while, maybe 1 or 2 years. I'm not sure exactly. But if that is something that students find value in and they think that it can actually support them, we're more than happy to continue pushing this initiative and then maybe perhaps providing more funding or seeing how we can improve it as well. So, any students out there listening right now, if you're interested in using a AI advisor for financial aid or other questions, please let us know. Stop by, tell us you support it, and we will support it too.
Yeah, so we'll leave that open to the students at Bellevue College to get more involved in if that matters to you. So thank you so much on your thoughts. And it's interesting to hear. I was actually unaware prior to today that there even were these AI chatbots being utilized in financial aid. Like, I think it's a really interesting solution to a problem of getting in contact while not replacing the need for the advisors that do that higher level, next level kinds of approach. So thank you. Now, I want to bring it back to the student government. Monu, you are an officer of civic engagement. I know that's only part
That's
of your
right.
title. So, what is your goal for this year?
Really, my goal and what I believe the Office of Civic Engagement at ASG's goal is to cultivate an environment where students feel comfortable reaching out to us and also communicating their own stories with policymakers in Washington or even on a federal level. We know that sometimes dealing with legislative affairs can be a little bit intimidating, and there's a lot of nuance that is not easy to grasp at like first impression, but we really want to be that support system. So if anybody is interested in, volunteering, going to Olympia, or promoting voter engagement, please reach out to us. We will be here to support you throughout the whole process, which would be included next week as well. This year is actually an extremely important year politically. I'm sure you guys all know we have the presidential election, but we also have our local elections as well. So next week, we're actually going to be tabling and getting everybody at Bellevue College here registered to vote if you're able to do so. So please come find us and we will get you registered to vote and ready for any volunteer opportunity as well. And if you cannot register to vote here in America, that's totally fine. We're still looking for volunteers and we're still looking for people to come help us advocate and lobby in Olympia when that time comes early in winter.
Thank you. So, for clarification, depending on when this video comes out, we're talking about the week of the 28th through the 29th. And you said you'll be out tabling. So,
Yes.
keep an eye out and definitely stop by if you're in the area to check them out. So, I'd like to kind of open it back up to is there anything else that you'd like to add to your message to the students at Bellevue College?
Yes, of course. So, actually, we're very happy to announce that we're representing all students at Bellevue College. So, the reason why I say this is because there's something exciting that we just started actually with the Washington Students Association, where we started a committee that is called the International Students Committee. And in that committee, we're going to be speaking about issues that speak specifically about whatever international students face, because we realized that a lot of students were represented, but international students' issues were not really represented at the state capitol. And that is something that is going to change this year. Bellevue College submitted a total of 5 initiatives, which all got passed at the Washington Students Association General Assembly. And most of those initiatives spoke about international students, how they don't have access to payment plans, how they should be able to work outside of campus for some exceptional cases, especially, and how some visa regulations could be revisited just to make sure that they can actually function well in this society too. So this is just to show that all students should be interested in what we're doing as ASG, because we're representing everybody. So whether you're undocumented, you're international, you're a first gen student, well, I want you guys to know that we are here as ASG to work with you and to work for you.
100%, Daniel. Just want to echo what you said. Daniel and I are here to support you, and we're here to listen to your stories and your needs. So please feel free to stop by C225 anytime, and we'll have a chat then.
We have free snacks any time of the day.
Yes, free food.
Free food. That's like the number one way to get any student to show up. You put free food out there, and I know I'm already interested.
All right, we'll see you there, John.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So thank you so much for your time. We're going to do a round of goodbyes, and then we'll be ending out this podcast. Very short form. That's how we like to do it here. So just going around once more. My name is John Thaler from the XR Lab. I was super happy to have the student government here with me today.
I'm Daniel Goy, student body president at Bellevue College, signing out.
My name is Monica Yu, or Mon-Yu. I am your Director of Sustainability and Civic Engagement, and we will be talking very, very soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.